We have news from Pixonic about a new feature that is coming to our robots called drones. In this video, I want to tell you about what a drone is, how they work in the hangar and in combat, and finally my thoughts and concerns that I have. Every image you see in this video are concept art, artwork, and examples that are being worked on right now by Pixonic. So this is not the final product, this is not the final look or view. So with that being said, let's start off with what are drones. So this information is straight from Pixonic. They say drones are combat units that hover around your robot, providing it with different kinds of support. They look small when compared to the robots, but in fact they are about the size of a medium truck. They even have their own hangar to which you will gain access on later levels, probably around level 25 or level 30. You can deploy drones with your robot using the same power cells that are being spent on active modules. Unlike pilots and modules, which are always associated with certain robots in your hangar, drones can be selected separately from your robot on the deployment screen. That means that you can select any drone depending on what kind of help you need, depending on the situation right away in battle. This is actually a feature that I really like. So I'm curious to how this will be on the live server when it's going to be released. So their combat function are defined by microchips that you install in them. There are multiple types of drones and each has a different number of microchip slots. Also, each drone has a set of energy capacity to allocate between microchips. This means there's a limited capacity, so you cannot just beef up your drone with the best chips possible and be done with it. You have to make sure, or you have to make choices, for example, between power or durability to fit into the limited energy that you have for a balanced microchip combination to benefit your fighting style. So let's talk about microchips. Microchips are the components that gives drones their abilities. Without them, drones will just be flying around. Some microchips unlock their built-in weapons, some allow drones to boost robot powers, and some make them react to certain situations, like when you are being suppressed or frozen. So here are a few examples of drone effects that microchips can unlock. Upon losing 15,000 durability in less than 5 seconds, it will activate a Aegis shield for 2 seconds, or all drone shots ignores 50% of enemy defense. So how can you obtain microchips? You can get basic microchips from the store or find them in chests. Microchips of higher tiers can be acquired by fusing together multiple basic chips of the same type, and better chips are more powerful, but they consume more of the drone's energy, so you have to find the balance between them while selecting microchips that you want to install. Microchips are the core of drones' economy. You can get them from different sources like black markets, clan tasks, battle rewards. The list is not final yet, but I hope they'll be adding more resources, more possibilities to get these microchips. Everyone will receive their starter drone and a bunch of microchips for very cheap at the end of a tutorial that you have to do. Basic chips themselves cost very little, and merging them will cost gold. So let's say that you want to merge from tier 1 to tier 2, they will cost 50 gold. From tier 2 to tier 3 will cost 200 gold, and from tier 3 to tier 4 it will cost 500 gold. A bit on the high side if you ask me, but I'll give you my thoughts and concerns later on. So this is, but this is not confirmed yet. This is only just a very early estimation of the costs. So I guess we have to wait and see. Getting drone bodies will cost you gold or silver. There are different kinds of bodies which their own potential chip slots compositions will review, and they say that they don't want to make the cost of all this too steep. We'll have to wait and see that as well. Also, what is very important is that both drone bodies and microchips can be obtained from event chests. Pixonic says that they believe getting a second drone that will immediately take place in your hangar is much more interesting than, say, getting a second Alming that you cannot use. So let's talk about drones in combat. Finding the best robot-drone combination for the situation can often tip the scale of the battle into your favor. You can build a drone with their powerful weapon and pair it with a Lancelot to compensate for its own relative low firepower. Or you can use the same drone with Loki in stealth. Even when it is hidden, you will continue dealing some damage. That won't be too much, but you'll be doing good damage to the enemy while still being in stealth. So, or give the robots a drone with a bonus against lockdown or suppression if you see lots of enemies utilizing these effects. So there's no limit to ways in which you can combine it with robots or create setups that was never possible before. Drones are coming to War Robots later this summer, so there will be test servers coming up till the release for players to test it and give feedback. This means drones will come to the live server before the War Robot Remastered, which will come later this summer, so somewhere late 2020. So here are my thoughts about this. I think the idea is fun and nice if Pixonic execute this properly, because this brings much more variety to the game and will give you more possibilities and setups you can create that wasn't available before. I also like the fact that drones are not limited to one certain bot, but you can choose during the match what type of drone you want or need at the moment during that battle. Now lastly, my concerns. I have three main concerns about this. That's pricing, how to obtain them, and the complexity of the game. So pricing wise, drones can be a big success and add value to the game if Pixonic does this the right way. By that I mean the cost of it, either buying with real money, silver or gold, should be fair and reasonable. If this is too expensive, it will be a letdown for the majority of the players and won't be received well by the community. Also, I hope they will not do the same thing like what they did with the pilots by introducing drones into the game with a fair pricing, and when the players are happy with it, they increase the prices enormously like they did with the update 6.2 for the pilots rework. So for example, if the merging of the microchips stays the way that they mentioned earlier, I don't like that. I prefer a gold cost of 50 to upgrade tier 1 to tier 2. Tier 2 to tier 3 should be like 100, and tier 3 to tier 4 should be around 150 or max 200 gold. But this is just my personal opinion on this. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. Secondly is how hard or easy will it be to obtain these drones and microchips, because if it's too hard to obtain, like the Titan's Platinum or Gold at this moment and so on, I won't invest too much in drones because it's just too hard to obtain them. Based on the early information, Pixonic says that drones and microchips will be available through different types of ways, like black markets, clan task and so on. So let's see whether this is the case when it goes to the live server. Now lastly, I am concerned about the complexity of the game when drones are being introduced. To me, drones sounds like a mini War Robots hangar within War Robots, meaning you can upgrade and build your own setups the way you want it in so many different ways that it might become too much and too complex compared to the original state of War Robots like 2 or 3 years ago. With that being said, I am excited for this new feature, but again, this all depends on how well Pixonic is going to execute their plan and whether they will finally listen to the feedback that players give them, or they will just do it their own way anyway. So thanks so much guys for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, please consider to subscribe and do a thumbs up on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.